Welcome from El Salvador, Baja California. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope that this yoga practice will help loosen you up, get you ready for the day. So let's begin on our hands and knees. We're going to begin with cat-cows. Knees are directly under your hips, hands under your shoulders. Drop the belly, lift the head, bring space between your ears and your shoulders. Lift the tailbone up. Exhale, round the shoulders. Tuck the tailbone. Drop your head. Inhale, cow. Raise your head up. Drop your belly. Exhale. Cat. Inhale up. Exhale. Cat. From here, bring your left hand under your chest, raise your right arm to the sky, and exhale, thread the arm under the arm, thread the knee close. Notice if your hips have come over to the left, shift them back over your knees. Place your left hand next to your face so that you can push back up and do your counter stretch. Right arm reaches to the sky. Replace your left hand with your right hand. Left hand reaches to the sky. Exhale, thread that left arm under. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to deepen. Bring your right hand next to your face, push into that hand, lift your left arm up, and exhale, both hands back down to the mat. Tuck your toes under and push back onto your hips so you are sitting on your heels. This might be intense, stretching out the bottom of your foot. We're going to get into our hands a little bit. Interlace your fingers and draw circles in one direction. Draw circles in the other direction. Just waking up every part of your body, bringing in blood flow, oxygen, and we're doing the wave. Come into hands and knees, tabletop pose. You're going to stretch the right foot out behind you, your toes tucked. And stretch into that leg. You can now lift that right foot up off the mat. Not too high, just in level with your body. And now adjust your weight so that you can lift your left hand up. And breathe. Keep your tummy tucked, your core strong. Exhale, bring your elbow to your knee. Crunch in and inhale, lengthen out again. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen. Bring your left hand down. Bring your right knee down. Good job. Let's draw some circles with our hips around our knees. Waking up our hips. Now switch directions. Alright, find your neutral tabletop. Stretch your left foot out behind you, toes tucked. And find strength and length in this leg. You want to be active. Tuck your tummy in. Now lift that foot off the mat, keeping your stomach nice and tight. We don't want to drop in our back. Keep a long straight line from our shoulders, from our head, all the way to that back heel. Breathe here. Now play with your balance so that you can lift your right hand off the mat, in line with your ear. Hold it here, tuck your tummy in. Strong, hollow core. Now elbow to knee. Extend and exhale. Exhale in and inhale, open. Exhale in, inhale, open. One more. Exhale, inhale, extend. Right hand can come to the mat, the left knee comes to the mat. Now bring your knees a little farther apart than hip width. Big toes to touch. Push back into a wide-legged child's pose. You can activate your hands by coming up onto, stay in your pose, but put your hands up onto your fingertips and lift your elbows off the mat. You activate your back and your arms. Keep your head down low. Now walk your hands over to the right so that you are lengthening your left side body. Let your head come low to the ground. Keep pushing your hips towards your feet. Now inhale, walk your hands to the center and over to the left. Walk your hands back over to the center of the mat. Plant your elbows and your hands onto the mat and push forward in your hips. You might need to adjust depending on where you are on your mat. And let your belly fall onto the mat. Push the tops of your feet into the ground and you lift through your shoulders. Shine your heart forward, Sphinx pose. We're opening up our chest, waking up our lower back, and activating our legs. Okay, from here, bring your right hand out to the right side, nice and straight. You're going to drop your right shoulder to the mat, and your left hand is going to, your elbow stays up, left hand's going to push into the left side of the ground. And as you turn your body, bend your left knee, lift your foot up, and breathe it behind you. You're going to open up the right chest. Push into your left hip. Let your head fall. Bring your left knee back down to the mat. Unwind your body. Let your left hand fall out long to your side now. And your right fingertips push right in front of your face as your right knee bends, right foot twists behind you, opening up that left chest. Exhale and let your right knee come back down to the mat. Unwind your body. Your arms are going to lay down along the sides of your body. Put your left ear on the mat. Now we're going to, so your palms are face down on the mat. This one might be a little uncomfortable, so take it easy. You can lift your right hip off the mat and place your right hand underneath maybe your right thigh. And you can lift up your left hip to place your left hand under as well. So you are laying on the tops of your hands. Breathe here. If this gets a little too intense, Then feel free to come out of the pose. Lift your left ear off the mat and switch your right ear onto the mat. Now slowly lift your right hip off the mat and let your hand come out. And slowly let it turn over so the back of your hand is on the mat now. Release your left hand and shake them out just a little. Excellent. Now bring your palms next to your rib cage. Tuck your toes and push back into tabletop. From here, tuck your toes, lift your knees, and push up and back into downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet, find some organic movement. Bring your chest towards your knees as much as you can. Do what your body wants right now. I like to find some wave-like movements with my spine. Really open it up. Inhale, push yourself forward into a plank. Exhale, bend your elbows, keep them close to your rib cage. Lower your body to the mat. Untuck your toes, push into your hands, shine your heart forward, upward facing dog. Tuck your toes, come to your knees, lift your knees, downward facing dog. Reach your heels towards the mat, your chest towards your knees, your tailbone towards the sky. Now lift your right foot off the mat into three-legged dog. Your hips are square with the ground. Rotate your ankles, point, flex your feet. Now bend your right knee and draw as big of a circle as you can. Coming next to your left knee, pointing up towards the sky. You're going to do 3 circles each direction. And switch. Take your time. Excellent. Extend that leg. Bring your right knee to your nose and step that foot down between your hands. Drop your left knee down and sink forward. Shine your heart forward. And push back into half splits. Flex your toes, point your toes, flex and point. Play with your hips. Remember, we're here for mobility. We're here to practice with our body to improve your connection with your body. Push forward. Sink into your hips a little deeper this time. Breathe in and lengthen. Exhale and deepen. Tuck your back toes if they aren't already. Raise your hands above your head. Now press up to a high lunge. Good. Stay here. Can you sink a little deeper? Inhale, rise. Exhale, drop the back heel. Fall into a warrior 2. First warrior. Let your left hand come down, wrap around to your side, or just down your thigh, your left thigh. Reach the right fingertips up along the sky, side body stretch. Inhale the warrior 2. Reach forward with your right hand before coming down onto your knees with a bent elbow. Circle your left hand down in front of you and up along your ear. Inhale up to warrior 2. Exhale, lift your back heel, back up into crescent lunge, and bring your hands back down to the mat. Step your right foot back into three-legged dog. Excellent. Right foot comes down, push forward into plank. Exhale, chaturanga, upward facing dog. Exhale, push back into downward facing dog. Good job. Bring your knees down to the mat. Push back into child's pose. A little break. And up into tabletop. Lift your knees, tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up into three-legged dog. Hips are level with the ground. Point your toes, flex your toes. Draw a circle. Now reach your back heel up higher, bend your left knee. Woo, open up, stack your left hip on top of your right. Draw 3 big circles each direction with your knee. As big of a controlled circle as you can. Keep your chest reaching towards your knees. Switch directions. Great. Excellent. Extend that left leg high, knee to nose, and plant that left foot. Woo, it's a little bit windy here. Drop your right knee, and tuck your back toes and sink forward. This is amazing for your hips. Push back into a half split. Point, flex your toes. Find your movement here. You know, my hamstrings are extra tight, so I have to do everything I can to just gently loosen them up, warming them up. Draw a circle with your ankle. Okay, push forward back into your low lunge. Can you go deeper? Shine your heart forward. Tuck your back toes and push up, arms above your head into a high lunge. Breathe, you are strong. You have made it to this point, whatever that looks like for you. Inhale, drop your back heel, open up to warrior two. Your hips are open towards me or towards the wall. We're not closed off. Can we open that up? Keep your knee pushed out to the side so you can see your big toe. Be strong here. You are a warrior. Drop your back arm down along your leg or get a half bind. Reach your left hand up and over. Reverse warrior. Inhale, back up to warrior two. Reach your left hand forward before falling. Elbow to knee, right hand to the sky. Look up at your right hand. Inhale, back to standing, warrior two. Lift your back heel up, high lunge, and hands down to the mat. Step your left foot back, three-legged dog, and bring your left foot down. Drop your knees, child's pose. Inhale up to tabletop. Now we're going to do a couple variation options for side plank. So left hand plants on the mat, right foot extends. Now level one, keep your left knee on the mat, rotate your left foot out behind you. It's kind of like a tripod, a stabilizing pod. And you can reach your right hand up and you're going to get activation in your left side body here. If this is not enough for you, then we can extend our left foot behind our right foot so that we have some more stabilization here. You want your left hand under your shoulder. If this is easy, you'd like a little more, you can put your right foot on top of your left. Hold here for 5 breaths. Reaching your right hip up towards the sky. Excellent. Bring your right hand down to the mat. We're in plank for 3 breaths. To keep our sides equal. Try to do the same variation on your right side that you did on your left. Again, you can put your knee down, right heel comes out to the side, right hand under your right shoulder. Put your right foot behind your left foot, or your left foot on top of your right foot. Reach your left hip towards the sky. I might get blown over by the wind. Excellent. Bring your left hand back down to the mat. 3 breaths in plank. Step your right foot and your left foot up towards your hands. Forward fold. Hug your knees or grab opposite elbows. Just release your upper body completely. Bend your knees a little or a lot. Drop your hands to the floor. Inhale to halfway lift. Flatten your back. Exhale, forward fold a little deeper maybe. Inhale, roll up one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, hands to heart center. I will leave you here. I hope that you feel energized and a little bit more stretched out. Namaste.